Scene 1. Mary and Lisa, who are very close friends, are conversing over a cup of coffee at Mary's house about their maid Annie. Mary is worried, but Lisa seems to be quite carefree about the situation.
Hey Lizzie, how's the coffee? Just the way I love it, dear. Strong, black and sugary. Why do you look so worried? Are you fine with Harry and Juliet? No, they are all okay. It's about Annie. She hasn't been coming since a few weeks. How dare she? It's all your fault. You don't treat her like a need should be treated. Try and be a little strict and she will be regular. These low-class maids, I tell you. Don't say like that, Lisa. She has been very regular since the beginning. And she did come yesterday looking worried and frustrated. And what she told me really has shaken me up badly. What excuse did she use this time? She was telling how her husband abuses her verbally. He curses her very badly and doesn't show even an iota of respect to her. Imagine his audacity, eating on her income and insulting her like this. Unbelievable. Come on, Mary. Such things are common among these uneducated, low-class lodge. Stop worrying. Yeah, you're right. I should stop worrying about them, right? Yeah. They have been brought up like that. They know how to deal with such nonsense things. Okay. Jack will be calling soon. I got to go. Bye. Bye.
Few months later, let's show a conversation between Mary, Annie and Juliet. Extremely disturbed, Annie recounts her ordeal to Mary as Juliet watches silently.
Juliet, what's the time? Annie must have arrived by now. I don't know what has happened to her.
Annie. Hi Annie, why are you late today? Are you okay?
It's nothing, dear. I'm so sorry.
Annie, why are you late today? And Juliet, go to your room and prepare for a rest. I'll take care of Annie. Annie, you shouldn't be so late every day. What took you so long? Now quickly get started with the chores.
As Mary cooks and Annie does her work, Mary notices a blackish mark on Annie's wrist.
Annie? What's this? And how did this happen?
It's nothing, ma'am. I'm absolutely fine.
No, tell me the truth. How did this happen?
It's nothing. I just fell from the stairs. I fell from the stairs.
Oh, but these bruises don't look like that. Annie, tell me the truth. Did Tina do anything to you?
Ma'am,
अरे क्या लवड़ा फंस गया मुंह में?
Ma'am, life is horrible, ma'am. I wish death comes to me very soon. I can't stand it anymore.
No, Annie, don't say like that. Come and tell me from the very beginning. Come.
Mary about her ordeal.
Oh no, why hasn't he arrived yet?
शीशे से शीशा टकराए.
Did you eat anything?
Shut up, stupid lady. Don't fake your feelings for me. Then don't be such nanny.
No, dear. Please, I really care for you. Please sit down. Please have something properly.
Shut the hell up, and I can take care of myself. Don't be such nanny. And I need rupees 10,000 urgently, right now.
What? What you took? Around 2,000 last week, right? I mean, I'll try to manage, but I don't have that much right now.
You, how dare you ask me where I spend my money? It's not your damn business. And if you
Is our business, none of your business.
and if you can't give, then I will ask someone else.
No, I didn't mean that. But I don't have that much right now. Please try to understand.
And Taylor slaps her, wrenches her wrist, and drags her towards the locker. Annie tries and saves her Grace but fails miserably. His house as she sits shell-shocked. Annie is totally shattered and Juliet, who has overheard this conversation from the hall, is waiting to see her mom's reaction.
Annie, come dear. Come, sit here. Sit here. Sit. Just a second. Please, drink this water. Oh my God, how could he do this to you? Please don't cry. Please don't waste these precious tears on Taylor.
No, ma'am. We servants have only tears in our destiny.
Why don't you leave him?
How is that even possible, ma'am? He's my husband. God or Saturn. He's my protector, my destiny. I have vowed to live with him forever. That's why I hope that death chooses me first.
No, Annie. Don't say like that. Everything shall be fine. We shall work on something. For sure, for sure. And have faith in God. Everything shall be fine.
Scene 4. Few days later, Mary and Lisa again met for a chit-chat. Through the course of conversation, Mary tells Lisa about Annie's condition.
I can't believe this. Poor little Annie. She loves her husband so much that she has gone back again to him. Can't you see his faults? I think we should encourage her. Don't you think we should do something for her?
Yeah, I know this is a tragic. But Mary, you are very innocent really. A few tears and you melt down easily. The uneducated maid married to a broke drunkard. What do you else expect from them?
I think we should encourage her to report this matter to the police station.
Oh, Mary, I have always told you to stay away from these low-class people's problems. Such issues happen only in their homes, and they are used to dealing with them. But no, but try to understand. Suppose you report the matter. What's the guarantee that that maid will testify against her husband? She may back out, and you will lose your reputation.
Okay.
And Lizzie, by the way, I heard that Jack is coming home and by getting a brand new job, congratulate him. Yeah, finally my son shall live with me. Mary, I thought my mind. Few days ago, Juliet has given her final exams and will graduate. Jack and Juliet know each other for some time. Why don't we encourage them for marriage?
What a coincidence! I was just going to ask you about this. I shall talk to Henry and Juliet and I'll tell you our final decision.
That's great. Okay dear, gotta go. Bye.
Scene 5. Jack and Juliet have been happily married since a few months. Juliet is in constant touch with Mary and seems to be happy. Assured, Mary and Henry discuss about Juliet happily.
Finally, Juliet is married, well settled and happy. Though I was little skeptical about Jack. He turned out he a fine chap, educated, mature, intelligent. He's a perfect match for our Juliet.
Yeah, she seems really happy with our conversations. I always had faith in God. But when you were checking, I was really scared. Though you should have trusted Lisa. After all, he's a son. He can't be that bad.
You never know, man. And it was about daughter futures. But thank God, after talking to Jack's ex-boss, ex-friends, and I found nothing negative about him.
Yeah. Hey, the phone's ringing. It must be my Juliet. I'll go and talk to her.
Scene 6. A year has passed by. Juliet, though well settled, has slowly gone out of touch with Mary. Mary is worried since Juliet has been responding to her call since a few days. Finally, Mary calls Juliet and she picks up.
Hello, Mama. How are you? How's Dad?
Oh, thank God. Last of all, you received my call. You're fine, dear. And how are you? How's Dad? And why did you receive my call all these days?
Nothing, Mama. I'm fine. Actually, we are a little busy these days. Jack is working on a big project and he stays stressed out most of the time. So sorry, Mom.
It's okay,
Hey,
dear.
give me some water.
Shut up. I hope everything's fine between you two.
Yeah, Mama. Actually, he gets very frustrated these days. Workload has its effects. You see,
Yeah, but I hope he hasn't said anything to hurt you.
it's just that, Mama. I mean, he stays angry on me most of the time. But you know, Mama, when his anger wears out, he really gives me sweet gifts. So everything's fine.
It's okay, dear.
Water.
Let me talk to her. It's okay, dear. Marriage has its own share of ups and downs. You see, sometimes you need to compromise and adjust. But remember, dear, never ever compromise on your dignity. Okay?
Okay, Mama. Bye. Take care.
Scene 7. After a few months, it's almost midnight. Mary has been trying to call Juliet, but she didn't receive the call. Worried, Mary goes off to sleep when the doorbell rings. As Mary opens the door, she is shell-shocked by the sight. Beaten, shattered, and barely able to hold herself up, Juliet is standing on the doorstep.
Juliet? Oh my god! Come in! Come in, dear! Come in! Slowly, dear. Sit. Sit. Drink this water, baby. Dear. Who did this to you? How did this happen? And where's Jack?
Don't take his name, Mama. When he married me, he was a saint satin in the disguise of a saint. But actually, his colors have finally shown up.
Oh dear, take rest and tell me from the very beginning.
Initially, as I told you, Mama, Jack used to stay frustrated and he'll lose his temper very quickly and how shall I tell you?
It's okay, dear.
He lost his temper very quickly, shout at me. I tried to keep calm but no. And after his anger wears out, he really brings me sweet words, gifts and extravagant plans, apologizing for his conduct. But as time passed, words turned into slaps and small wounds. I should have retaliated immediately. But his sincere apology melted me every time. And I forgave him with the hope that he would change himself. But no, today he crossed his limits.
Let's take you down Juliet's memory lane to her bedroom where Juliet is conversing with Jack.
Hi dear, how's the party?
Good.
Sorry I couldn't make it. I was feeling feverish and had a severe headache. I think your boss didn't mind it.
Your fever, my food. Do you know how important that party was for me? You and your fake excuses. Go bring some water for me.
Okay, take this and calm down. Your boss must have understood, right? After all, what's more important, the promotion or your wife?
Stupid lady, why can't you understand that I have been toiling hard for this promotion since weeks? If that idiot Richard's wife managed to attend the party with her pregnant tummy, why couldn't you do it for me?
Me! Me! It's always about you, right? Always your temper, your promotion, your boss. And what about me, Jack? And how dare you to shout at me like that and throw that water in my face? This time I'm leaving for good.
So now you are threatening me. Go leave this room or I will drag you out.
निकल लौड़े पहली फुर्सत में निकल
Go to your mom's house and cry. Go.
Back to Mary's room where she still can't believe her ears.
And all this time, You never told a thing to me. You didn't receive my calls and kept quiet about that monster. Why, Juliet? Didn't I tell you never to compromise on your dignity?
Mama, I just thought everything shall be alright. A few years ago, when Annie recounted her ordeal to you, you consoled her saying that everything shall be alright. And I remembered that and kept quiet until all my limits broke.
My God, I'm sorry. That day, had I heeded my instincts and helped Annie to rebel against this, you would have understood the right solution to this problem. Oh my God, I'm really sorry. I could never comprehend that such problems could occur in high class and educated societies. But no, I was wrong. And now, tomorrow, we are going to the police station.
का पब्लिक को मालूम है कौन आने वाला है, तेरे को नहीं मालूम?
जब खबर उड़े के आवे ना मगर चले बस लहर चले जब गावे सिंघम
I am your culprit. Register a FIR against me. Had I spoken up at the right time, Annie's life would have been better and my Juliet would have learned the right thing. Please forgive me.
नहीं.
Blame yourself. Actually, Annie was not aware of her rights, but me, I'm a young educated girl. Still I kept quiet, hoping that monster would change himself. I'm sorry, Mom, that I kept quiet. Ma'am, I too would like to register an FIR.
Please, Juliet, don't do this to me. You know me, right? I just can't control my anger.
No, Jack, not again.
Please, Juliet, forgive me.
Okay, Jack. Anger is no excuse for violence. But if you genuinely promise to change, I shall leave you this time with the last warning. But another time she complains, strict action shall be taken against you.
Sorry, ma'am. Yes, I promise I will never do this again. I will respect her forever.
See, Juliet, you came to the case and your problem is solved. So I just had to break this silence. And Annie, I must completely assure you that I shall take your case and see to it that it gets proper justice. So, ladies, do you realize that all the three of you committed the same mistake just by keeping quiet? The society blames us for immorality. But if you just keep quiet to suffer such atrocities for no reason, then how are we to protect you? Remember, domestic violence is not restricted to a single class, religion, caste or region. It can happen to anyone, even a man. Every wave starts with a single droplet. And come, let us eradicate this menace from the society.
Myself, Swarnashri, playing the role of Juliet.
Myself, Vaishali Rajyati, playing the role of Mary Santiago, Juliet's mom. Thank you.
Myself, Siddharth, playing the role of Henry, Juliet's father. Thank you.
Myself, Aditya Singh, playing the role of Jack, Juliet's husband.
Myself, Pooja Pawar, playing the role of Lisa, who's Jack's mother, and Monica.
Myself, Kapil Chadukar, playing role of Taylor Swift, husband of Taylor Swift. And at last, myself, Neil, playing the role of Juliet Police, Kate Beckett, as well as the narrator. Thank you.
इंतजार किया बज गए चार शुरू किया इनकलाब इनके खिलाफ अब तो पहनता हूँ गेंदे का हार झाड़ू को छोड़ क्यों करे हम साफ पर्दा उठा देख मेरी आँख जलन से नहीं जलती ये आग मुट्ठी बंद रख सर में ठंड रख अब दिखाऊं जन्नत का रक्षक भटकता रहा जैसे नदी संस्कार कोई फेंकता है पैसा कोई लेता उधार अंत में तो सबका हुआ दाह संस्कार और अंत में तो सब गए ताबूत बाजार गले में टार मुंह में धुआं मान ली हार आसमां को छुआ